Welcome along, fellow time travelers. This time around, we're going to check out the Mediterranean Revival mansion that was immortalized as the Hollywood home of film producer Jack Woltz in The Godfather, where the infamous horsehead scene was filmed. You know that scene freaked you out. It's called the Beverly Estate, and it's located at 1011 North Beverly Drive in Beverly Hills. Before I begin, please like and share the show and subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell. Now let's begin our journey. Built in 1926, this 29,000 square foot mansion, designed by architect Gordon Kaufman for banker Milton Getz, has a rich history intertwined with Hollywood glamour, political significance, and high-profile real estate transactions. Originally set on a 3.53-acre lot in the prestigious Beverly Hills Gateway neighborhood, the mansion's exterior was used for the iconic scenes featuring producer Jack Woltz in The Godfather, while the interior bedroom sequence, you know, the one with the horse head, was shot at Falaise, part of the Guggenheim Estate in Long Island, New York. Its architectural splendor and storied past make it a landmark of American culture. The Beverly Estate's origins trace to 1926, when Milton Getz commissioned Gordon Kaufman, known for designing the Hoover Dam and the Los Angeles Times building, to create a residence reflecting the opulence of French and Italian Riviera villas. Constructed for $500,000 smackaroos, equivalent to $9.2 million in 2025, the mansion features an H-shaped layout with a Spanish colonial facade, Grecian columns, and a red tile roof. It's 9 bedrooms, 15 bathrooms, and amenities like a 50-foot gallery entrance, a living room with a 22-foot barrel-vaulted ceiling, an Art Deco nightclub. Every mansion needs one of those, don't you know? A 2-story library, and a billiards room with a Hearst Castle fireplace exude grandeur. The grounds, landscaped by Paul Thien, include French-style gardens, fountains, statues, a near Olympic-sized pool, a lighted tennis court, 2 ponds, reflecting pools, and terraces that could hold up to 400 guests. Additional structures include a 7-bedroom guest house, a tennis pavilion, a pool house, a guardhouse, and a 2-story, 5-bedroom gatehouse secured by 4 stylized gates. In 1946, publishing bigwig William Randolph Hearst and actress Marion Davies, or do you say Davis? Which one? Davies, Davis, Davies, Davis? Let me know in the comments below. Purchased the estate for $120,000, or about $2 million in 2025, after Hearst's health forced him to leave San Simeon. The couple hosted lavish gatherings, cementing the mansion's status as a Hollywood hub. Hearst, a media titan whose life kinda sorta inspired Citizen Kane, Orson Welles always said otherwise, you know, and Marion, a prominent actress, brought unparalleled prestige to the property. This tenure marked the estate's golden era, attracting celebrities, like Errol Flynn by the way, and power brokers. After Hearst's death in 1951, Marion continued to reside there briefly before the property changed hands. Now check this out. The Beverly Estate's political significance emerged in 1953 when John F. Kennedy and Jacqueline Kennedy honeymooned there, courtesy of their connections to Hollywood elite. JFK later used the mansion as his West Coast campaign headquarters during his 1960 presidential run, hosting fundraisers and strategy sessions. This period solidified its role as a venue for high-stakes gatherings, blending politics with Tinseltown allure. In the 1970s, financier Leonard Ross acquired the estate for an undisclosed sum, beginning a decades-long ownership marked by financial ups and downs. Ross, a prominent investor, maintained the property's prestige, leasing it for film productions and events. And so that brings us to its appearance in The Godfather in 1972 under Francis Ford Coppola's direction, which elevated its cultural status. The mansion's exterior, with its sprawling lawns and imposing facade, perfectly embodied Woltz's ostentatious wealth, making it a chilling backdrop for the Corleone family's ruthless power play. The estate also featured in other films including The Bodyguard in 1992 and, of course, the incredible movie The Jerk, starring Steve Martin in 1979, and it's hosted plenty of modern events like birthday parties for rich and famous celebrities. By the 2010s, Ross faced some financial difficulties, leading to a series of high-profile listing attempts. In 2016, the estate was listed for $195 million, reflecting its historical and architectural value. The price dropped to $135 million in 2018, $125 million in 2020, and just under $90 million in 2021, as Ross navigated bankruptcy. On October 5th, 2021, the Beverly Estate finally sold at auction for $63,615,700, a 67% reduction from its 2016 asking price. A 4-acre subsection was also offered in 2021 for $175 million, highlighting the property's vast potential for, and of course this saddens me to say, subdivision. The auction sale, handled by Concierge Auctions, marked a dramatic chapter in the estate's financial saga, with the winning bidder acquiring a piece of Hollywood history at a relative bargain, if you ask me. And on the off chance that you feel bad that you missed your chance to buy this estate, let me just tell you that the estimated refinancing payments for the property are approximately $412,000 per month. You've got that, right? If so, let me know in the comments below, and kindly become a member of this channel. The Beverly Estate's history is a tapestry of architectural brilliance, Hollywood legacy, and societal shifts. From its 1926 construction to its role as Hearst's Retreat, a Kennedy haven, and a cinematic icon, it has hosted the 20th century's most influential figures. Its appearance in The Godfather and in The Jerk ensures its place in pop culture, symbolizing power and a little bit of excess. Despite recent financial turbulence, the estate's 29,000 square foot interiors, beautifully lush gardens, and unmatched provenance maintain its status as a crown jewel of Beverly Hills real estate. As of 2025, the Beverly Estate stands as a testament to an era of unbridled ambition, its future poised for new chapters in its illustrious history. So, what do you think of the Beverly Estate? If you're rolling in dough, would you live in a place like that? You know I would. And I wouldn't own a horse, that I can tell you. In fact, what did you think of the horse head scene in The Godfather? Did that freak you out? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Please check out the links below to learn how to support my research and productions, especially if you live in an incredible mansion. This channel is sponsored by CampfireShop.com, where you can purchase handmade candles, gourmet teas, and herbal supplements for high blood pressure, glucose, cholesterol, and more. This stuff works great. So please check out CampfireShop.com. Kindly be kind to all of our fellow Earthlings, and please do not harm them, especially horses. Don't cut off their heads and put them in people's beds. That's not nice. And do yourself a favor and go to a local shelter and adopt a cat or a dog or both. In fact, while you're at it, go out and adopt a horse. You and they will be very glad that you did. Until next time, I wish you safe travels on all your journeys.